Good morning and welcome to the session. My name is Grant McNeil. I'm the Employability and Placements Manager at LSBU Careers Hub. And we've got a whole bunch of fantastic tools that you can use to help self-service and to interact with us as consultants. And one of those tools is CV360. Now, CV360 is part of a package that we have. There are three parts to the package. One of them is Career Planner, where you answer a whole series of questions and it gives you a self-guided education package on employability skills, from interviews to how to write a CV to looking for work and things like LinkedIn. We have another one called Interview 360, which we'll be launching soon. Interview 360 allows you to go for a mock interview, it records you, and then through AI technology will say whether you're fidgeting, whether you're smiling, whether you're looking down too much, how you use your hands, whether you're using ums and ahs too much, and how well you've answered a question. And then you get immediate feedback and you get a transcript sent to you of your answer. So if you get a really great mark on that, you can have a transcript so you can use that for interviews. And then the one we're talking about today is CV360. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you and then take you through it. It should only take 5 to 10 minutes to show you. I'll let you ask any questions that you may have, and then basically let you play around with it. So what I'm going to do is, in the chat, I am going to put the web address where you can access CV360. So it's go.lsbu.ac.uk/careers hub. So that should be in the chat for you now. If you click on that, it will take you to this screen. Now, this is our landing page for the Careers Hub, and on here is every link that you need to access our service. So the top just has a brief introduction to what we do and be able to contact us as well. So if you have any issues, just email us and we can help you with that. Some videos on who the team are and how to book an appointment, and then all of our links here. So for book an appointment, look at different jobs, events, career resources, and the one that we want to look at today is CV360. So as I said, it uses an applicant tracking system, which is the kind of most modern software that employers are using at the moment. So the good thing about this is when you stick your CV through and you kind of get it up to a point where you're getting a really good mark for it, you'll know that when you send that to an employer and they're using an applicant tracking system, it's going to score high on that as well. And what's happening in employment at the moment, especially with some big employers and for graduate level recruitment, you'll send your CV away, they'll put it through this applicant tracking system, and if it doesn't pass the applicant tracking system, it won't even get to be seen by a real person. So you really want to make sure that your CV is the best it can be, and that you're getting it to a point where it will get in front of an employer. And then just to let you know, once you've gone through this process, you can actually submit your CV to a consultant, and the consultant can look over it for you and then send you feedback. So we'll click on this. This will open up a new tab. Now, this is a platform we use called Abintegro, but you'll know it's LSBU because there's the LSBU logo at the top here. What you need to do is put in your username and your password. This is your username and password that you use at LSBU. So I'm McNeil G, so it's not at LSBU, it's not your email address, just make sure it's your username. And this is single sign-on, so it should automatically populate for here, and so you just put in whatever you're using for your LSBU login. Okay, so you log in here. We'll take you to our Career Centre. And on the Career Centre, you just go up to this tab here, which is CV360, and you click on CV360. There's a small video here on what it's about and how it works. So if you want to look at that first, talks you through here a little bit about what the product will do and how it will score it. Then what you do is, so I've got this in here, so I could go, I want to upload a new one, so I'd start again. And then when I start again, I can either drag and drop my CV, or I can click on a insert button and then just find it in whatever file. So just have your CV sitting on your desktop or on a memory stick and drag and drop it into here. So let's just say I've dragged and dropped it. And here's my test CV here. Or let's just say we'll go for my one. So it's done 58 checks. I've passed 45, I've dismissed 3, and I've failed 10. So what I would do is I would click on the feedback. And it would say the file format's fine, but there's something to do with presentation. So I click on presentation, and John gives me a video and talks about some of the best ways to present your CV. And what it's saying is, I've got 5 pages in my CV and it's recommending that I have no more than 3. So this CV that I loaded up was a kind of generic CV that basically has everything that I've ever done. And then I would always use a CV like that to then put what's relevant to the job I'm applying for. So kind of like a master CV. So that's why it's saying it's 5 pages. Gives a really good idea about how many words and how many words are on each page. And then that it's fine. My word count's between 500 and 800 words. It's saying that the number of font sizes throughout my CV is 5, and I've used more than 4 different font sizes, and that's too much. And so for me, I've dismissed that. That's why it's got a thing, because the way I've done my CV is just the style of it. But what it's trying to say is there's some certain aspects here that I should be looking at. So it's not necessarily you have to do this, but this might come up on an applicant tracking system, you see. And font color, so I've used different, so I might go back and go, okay, well, I need to redo that. And then it's saying here the percentage of white space on a CV should be no less than 20% and no more than 6%. It looks like you have 62% white space in your CV. So what it's saying is I've got too much white space in the CV, so my text is spread out too much throughout the pages, which is something to have a look at. Then I could look at this, saying the structure's fine, and then looking at the content. But if I go back to structure, another video again, and then it's looking at the key sections, the contact details, the section content, the section layout, repeated sections. So as you can see, there's huge amounts of information here. And then content, what it's saying, I've got name, phone number, I don't have a postal address, and a big one on this particular CV, there's no LinkedIn. And interestingly, we have just been interviewing and looking through CVs for a position. And one of the things that became quite frustrating when we were looking through those CVs was you always want to look up someone on LinkedIn. And the CVs that had a LinkedIn link on the profile in their CV almost came off as a better impression, like a first impression, because you look them up straight away. And it became quite frustrating when you've got a CV and you're trying to find that person, and then you have to Google search them. And so to have a LinkedIn profile on your CVs is kind of a must. So this is kind of what it does. And then what you can do is you can go back to your CV and you can take all of this information and advice and then basically resubmit your CV. So I could go away, work on my CV, and then upload the same CV with the same title, and it would show me that I've uploaded it and I've gone from 81% or 75% up to 90%, say. And so we have our system sitting at 70%. And so if you've got a score over 70%, then you can click this button here and submit for review. And what that does is that will submit to a consultant. So we will get your CV. We can look over it. You might have, for example, you're wanting to apply for a particular job or an internship, and you can write some comments and say, I'm applying for this particular internship, and here's my CV, could you please review it? And then the consultant will be able to have a look at it and send you some feedback. And they'll either be able to send that feedback by just recording some comments, similar to what I'm doing now, and you would get that as a sound file and you can listen to it. and can also send written feedback to you. So it's a really great way of being able to upload your CV, get feedback, and then submit it if you want. And what we're finding is probably 75% of students who are uploading their CV are probably going back 3 or 4 times, and then they're not submitting it for review. So what that says to me is that you can, at 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night or 12 o'clock in the day, you can upload your CV, get feedback, resubmit it, get feedback, and then you don't have to worry about booking in a time to see a consultant. You don't have to wait for a few days for an appointment for things. You can do it in your own time, get instant feedback, and get your CV up to a point where you're happy with it. So that there is essentially the product. You get to it by go.lsbu.ac.uk/careers hub. And then my recommendation is just to have a play around with it, upload your CV, and go from there. Now, if you kind of go, I want some advice or guidance on writing a CV, I'll just share my screen again. What we do up here, I'll just anyway. So this is on that same thing I was just showing you, which is the careers online information that we have. You've got a cover letter builder, you've got a CV builder, you've got a whole bunch of different things in here that will help you to build a CV. So if you wanted templates and things, yeah, we can help you with that. Or if you wanted to, you can email us at the Careers Hub and we can email you templates as well for CVs that you want to use. But my first advice would be upload the CV that you've got, get some feedback, and then go from there. Because on that CV360 tool, there are buttons there to click to access the CV builder anyway. So there's all of that resources in CV360. So I'll just open up if anyone's got any questions. Has anyone got any questions around CV360 or perhaps any other things that I've shown you or how to access the service? I'll just leave it open for a few more minutes. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any questions. So I just want to thank you for your time. I hope to see you in the Careers Hub at some stage. We're open now on campus between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays if you want to pop in person. Otherwise, you can find us on go.lsbu.ac.uk/careers hub, or email us at careershub@lsbu.ac.uk. So thank you very much and enjoy your weekend.